Alrighty guys, hello, welcome back. So we are going over some Dying Light the Beast information. So we're gonna just start from the gameplay walkthrough. This video is gonna be talking about Dying Light the Beast gameplay, what we have on it. Looks pretty cool. I guess we'll just go from. We'll start with this here, and then we'll just kind of. There we go. Hold up, let's get 4K. There we go. So here we go. This is how it starts. So you can see here's probably one Chimera, there's two. So these monsters, bosses, are called Chimeras. So you got one here, there's two, there's three, four. I think there's four. There's the Baron's men. I mean, the lighting looks crazy. Five? Is that the same one? Could be. Wow. Look at the physics. I mean, you could just see, like, there's, like, physics when they collide when they get thrown into the environment. Or the cabinet, the shelf, and the painting. Look, see, boom. I don't think we had that. Was that in 2? They might have destructible physics, destructible things, but you can see the painting falls, boom. That's actually amazing. Just that little detail is actually really good to have. You can see, and the goons, they look really. Now I think I do like the old ones. Like you can see, I mean he's good. I mean that looks really cool, but oh wow, wow. That's a pretty detailed goon right there. I think I do. They are interesting the way they work. I feel like the old ones, the first game had better goons, but I guess they're kind of unique, like the way they work. But this does remind me of Dying Light 2 a lot. But that volatile in 4K, dude. Can you imagine this on the highest fidelity when you get jumped by this? Oh my god, dude. Jesus, bro. I mean, it seems like the sync. Wow. So here you go. I mean, as you can see right here, I think this is, if you can tell, I can't tell, but it seems like he's shirtless, and this might be earlier in the game. This might be in like the beginning. Yeah, he does. I'm pretty sure he is shirtless. But yeah, this is definitely gotta be like he took a car. Yeah, you can tell right here. That might be skin. But you can see, look at this is probably like farmlands-ish. This is more not. This is farmlands for sure. This is some grass. We're getting into maybe some riverbanks. Zip lines here. I mean, look at that, dude. Wow. I mean, this is my guess. People are like, this is something we haven't seen before. I'm gonna assume that this is just a variant of the Toad in the first game, because honestly, it does look like the Toad. The way, and also we know how the Toads work. Again, this could also be a bolter, but again, look at the way this thing. The Toad energy is very similar for me. I mean, look at that. Look at that blast. Wow. I mean, look at the detail on the face, dude. I mean, that is some quality, dude. Like, if you're telling me this, again, we're looking at 2025 here, but yeah, again, you still have to make decent models. You still have to make these graphics. You can really see passion in these developers. Like, do you see the kind of like, look at the hair, look at the face. I'm again, remember this. This is probably like best fidelity, the best graphics it can look. I mean, that's just a face. I mean, look at the clothes. Look at the back here. You can see the wood. I mean, you can see that the quality here, it looks a lot worse. So this one scene looks way worse. I mean, way better. And then you look here, and then the graphics just go way, way, way lower, in my mind. These look okay. This looks nice. Again, but yeah, as you can see, these don't look great. Like, again, I know we're watching a trailer here, but some of these look low optimized, and I hope every area has interior that's like, you know, graphically, like I hope the tunnels have really good lighting. I hope every location in Castor Woods has its feel. But like, look at this. I mean, look at this guy. This is a Behemoth, however you say it. That is a demolisher slash volatile. Like, dude, that like it's a demolisher and a volatile mutation or variant, if you would like to say. But I mean, that's pretty much it. Then there's a 30-minute walkthrough. But let's see. We've been recording this for 6 minutes, so yeah, we can kind of go over this. So here's like the little gameplay segment. You can see it has a very, like, look at this. I mean, here's the stealth. So as you can see, stab, stab, boom, he drops, he falls down. Very physical, as you can see. Graphics look pretty good. Let me turn this off here. But you can see, I mean, here's probably where it gets better. Hold on, let's get over here. There we go. So this guy gets dropped. I think he goes in soon. Here's the arrows. Here's the bow. Again, this game just looks a lot better than 2, in my opinion. I do think that 2 has a way of being better. This game feels more, a little bit worse. I don't know how they did it, but for some reason it feels a lot worse in trailers. The game looks good, but how did we get from how does the game's like normal mechanics feel too, it's almost like they're way too, I notice how like when you pick something up, now this is just my brutal honesty, when you picked up that gun, it's like he didn't even grab it. It wasn't very, again, it does feel like I'm playing a Dying Light and a Dying Light 2 DLC in a way, but there are times when I'm like, this is a brand new game, and then it's like also I'm like, well, this is very familiar from what I know. And what you'll notice is they have this animation that just is, I mean, they're just keeping the formula. But what is that? I mean, I've always thought this was such a cool animation, dude. Like, that's the way you loot in this game. You just go up and your hands just go like that. Like, it's like, you see there's zippers right there. Didn't even unzip. I think it would be really cool. I don't know when they would do it, but we should get a game that focuses on everything. Imagine the character unzipped the bag and then took the stuff inside. That would be really realistic. I mean, the realism there would be, that'd be really cool. But again, they're probably not going to do that. Maybe for lazy purposes or just because the fans know them as that. This is probably the factory, yeah. This part's creepy. This is a mission. I'm gonna take a guess. I'm pretty sure what they do is, if I remember correctly, I'm gonna say this is probably the mission, like, the last mission of the game. Like, this is probably, like, the last few hours of the game, is this part? And if it is, then I'll be sad, but hopefully it's not. This is just very, very mild. This is really early in it. Because if this is, If this is the last final few missions, you know, again, it looks epic, but it doesn't. It's not. We can see more. Like, we haven't seen that much gameplay. Haven't seen any puzzles. We've seen the environment climb. Like up here. There's the can. You talk to this guy. You can see right up here. You can actually drop the ladder. But here's the thing I was talking. I mean, that looks some good lighting there. So this is the little environment thing. So you can jump on that. You jump on that. And here's the wall climb. You could do this wall climb here. Here's the environment puzzle that you would have to solve here. You have to run it. Seems a little, I mean, the way it feels pretty subtle, but it seems a little frustrating in a way. Like a little bit, I feel like people are going to get mad about that. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Again, they're probably tweaking it to make it feel better. Also, yeah, this is it, pretty much. This is the whole thing. You fight the Behemoth, and there goes the head. And Crane releases the beast. Look at all that. Oh my god. There it is, dude. So he just literally, like... Look at that. He just climbs right on top of it. I mean, it's insane the way that transition looks. Wow. It is just crazy. Do you, like... I mean, again, that looked really mild. Just a head coming off, like... Anyways, so there's that. That was very... Again, we haven't seen much. Really, we haven't. We've seen the boss battle encounters. We haven't seen much. We saw the safe house, but that, though, we know those. I guess I can show you where we at. 12 minutes. I can show you the... There's something I really want to show. If I can find it, here we go. There are the bosses, but those aren't really... There's behind the scenes. There's what are the chimeras. We got like some. Usually they're up here. It should be the blood. Here's the guts. The blood and guts. Can I even show this on YouTube? I don't even know. Well, there's gonna be people on YouTube playing it, so I would assume. But anyway, so there was like a There's the gameplay trailer. Do you know the safe houses? I think that's pretty much it. I mean, here's the Bulger the Beaver thing, where like Bulger the Beaver's introduced. So he's like the tourist, and you can see more of the gameplay. They show it in this video. There it is. I mean, look at the weather effects. Wow. I mean, you can tell that they have some passionate people here. Again, I don't know. I hope they have everything in Dying Light that made it superior, you know? Like, you gotta remember, there's a lot of features in the first game that made it good. The slide is good. The clicking the prompt on your screen to destroy the zombies and crush the head, that was good. Sliding was good. Those two are really needed in the Beast, and if they don't have it, I don't think... Again, they're probably just going to put it in the game, you know, if they do not have that in the game eventually. But I do think it should just be there on launch, because I think Dying Light just had those features on launch. But here's the camp. Here's the caves. It must be a volatile hive, or maybe a mine shaft. I mean, what is that, a bolter? Is that a banshee? I mean, you can see they really showed some stuff here. Then you have this, which is a very, very graphic. Let's get this at 4K so you can see this. Look at this. Wow, I mean, just look at this, dude. Here we go. Look at, see, first it seems like a knife goes through the head. Right up the chin. Right up that bone, like the jugular area. You know what I'm saying? Like right up there. I think I'm saying that right. Look at, I mean, do you see this, dude? What? Can I even show this? I mean, it looked like something out of Bendy and the Ink Machine. Looked like them if they were just covered in ink. You know what I'm talking about? I mean, look at this though. Watch this. Ooh, the sledge. Oh, one more time. Ooh. Oh my god, dude. I mean, they've really stepped it up here. I mean, it seems like the Stomper is back, but again, is it? Is it back? Did they bring it back? You got a saw launcher. I mean, hold up. We going way too quick here. Let's go back. So slice through. Look at this part. Boom! Oh! I mean, can you just like, dude, look at the stomp too, dude. Like, oh my god. I really hope this is amazing because it looks amazing, but I just don't know how physical it really looks, you know? I mean, it looks crazy, dude. Just look at this. I mean, remember, those are just weapons. Those weren't even the beast stuff. And here's the goon. This might be the same. What is this? Is that just the finisher for the goon? Maybe? Like, where is this? It looks like it's in a parking lot. Doesn't it? Yeah, it's got cars. Maybe this is the Behemoth death? Could be. I'm getting it confused a little bit because this might be just the goon's death. He just popped his head off. But it seems like, nah, it seems like he's just getting smushed. So that's got to be the Behemoth or something. Or something new they haven't shown us because what is this thing? It's got to be the Behemoth, right? Could it be? I mean, the cars. It might be the Behemoth. They might show that again. But yeah, I mean, there you go. There's all the gameplay. There's the safe houses, which you need to find a fuse. I think that's different. I'm pretty sure you can just put a random fuse in. I don't think, unless in the first game you had to find a fuse, but you actually have to look for one in the new game. So, but yeah, it's kind of like Dying Light 1, Dying Light 2 had a baby, you know, kind of like that. It looks good. It looks cool. September 19th is supposed to come out. That's getting closer to October, so that's not a bad place to put it. Anyways, I think that's pretty much it. We could show might as well. We could show the gameplay here. It should be here. I mean, look at the weather effects. Wow. I mean, it's insane, dude. The amount of work put into this. I mean, it just looks, I don't know. It's kind of crazy. I don't think you can shut doors, shut windows in any of the games. So here's this. So they brought this back. We are used to this. Hopefully it's fun. I hope they made it so trying to open things too, like the boxes, aren't so difficult to open. I hope they're just nice and simple. They don't take too much tapping. I've noticed that's been a little problem. So there's a fuse that's blown. I don't know if in the first game, the second game, I don't know if the second game has fuses, safe houses, you know, with fuses that you need to turn the safe houses on to claim them, but, you know, to unlock. But there's fuses right there. But I don't know. Because all I remember is putting random fuses, like we just had random fuses, but I don't think you actually had to, I don't think you looked for fuses. Like, I don't think there was never a situation where the fuse was blown and you needed a new one. I don't remember. I know in the following, the wire needed taping, which reminds me, there was the caves. They brought that back. So you actually, inside I think it's like at the volatile nest, you need to get the duct tape to tape the wire, which was also in the following, or something like that. Yeah. The tape was in the first game. I'm going to assume that there's probably going to be everything we know in the first game, and then the beast stuff. So my guess is it's just going to be everything from the first game. Maybe there's some stuff in the second game, I'm gonna assume that maybe they're gonna, since they know what we wanted, like we liked the first one, that Dying Light 2 they went for a more advanced, ambitious approach. I think they're gonna keep it simple, but add the beast stuff and then the abilities for that, and then do that. But I think they're gonna put the beast abilities, and then give us the guns, give us melee, give us the beast mode, stuff like that. But then, uh, probably just do that at launch, hopefully, and we'll get that. But there's probably not going to be paragliders. I wouldn't think they would do paragliders. That would be a little weird. Because then they would have to make the air. You'd have to use the wind to gain momentum to get across build. I don't really see, I see more Dying Light 2 as like just a all over the place. Dying Light 2 is that kind of game where it's like, Dying Light 2 felt more like a parkour game with combat. There was never really I never really thought oh, Dying Light was a zombie game. Dying Light 2 never gave me zombie game vibes. The game always left me on this investigation about murderers. It was always me, a detective, trying to figure out who the murderer was to get to different parts of the place. Now there were zombies, it just felt like, again, how people described it as a theme park. Dying Light 2 just feels like a theme park game. This game feels more like Dying Light 1, but also 2, if that makes sense. Dying Light 1 and 2, because I think it's because the goon looks exactly like, Dying Light 2's goons. Same animations, very similar. Maybe the same ones, they just put them in there. Maybe a Dying Light 2 DLC. I don't know. Again, there are at times where I'm like, this is a brand new game. But there are times I'm like, is this a DLC? So hopefully everything about this game, I hope there's new stuff. I hope there's new parkour things to learn. New ways to kill zombies without the beast stuff. Just to keep the game refreshed and new. I hope there are brand new things. I hope they don't, I just really hope that this game isn't just going to be like Dying Light 1 again. They brought the crane reference in for 2 of the games. I hope they have the crane involved where they make it, where they have a crane somewhere in the game that you can climb, or mission involving it. I also want a Bover the Beaver mission, Easter egg, secret, whatever, something like that. I'll take that. Mentioning Bover the Beaver got me thinking. Probably a lot of people, is Bover the Beaver gonna have content? I would assume. But anyways, we gotta wait, and we may have to wait longer. Because there were 2 delays for Dying Light 2. We've only had 1 delay, so there is a chance for 3 or 2 to happen. Anyways, I think that's pretty much it about Dying Light the Beast at the moment. I do want to play that on launch day, whenever that comes out. But yeah, I feel like that's kind of pretty much it, honestly, because, again, hope there's new content. That's all I'm trying to say. New content, Dying Light the Beast, new gameplay, new things to learn. I like that stuff. But if it's just I hope it doesn't just feel like the old games. Just repetitive and stuff, I want new stuff, I do. But anyways, we like new mechanics to learn. And also, I'm gonna say this right now, they gotta get rid of the wires, get rid of the power stations where you put the cable, you gotta follow the wire. The wire could get stuck. I don't want to play Poppy Playtime again. Also, it just reminded me of playing Poppy Playtime. We're playing Dying Light 2. Why are we playing Poppy Playtime as well? Why is my cable getting stuck? Why is the wire getting... anyways, that's my least favorite thing about Dying Light. Paraglider was fun at times. But again, why is there a paraglider in a zombie game? Come on, for real. Again, whatever. It's whatever. They know what we want. They tried something new. They're trying this. Hope it's good. And yeah, so I think this will be we might make another video on it if there is, you know, maybe a Gamescom thing. We might make 2 videos of this. But yeah, I don't really know much to talk about. I just hope there's new gameplay, new mechanics. Keeps this refreshed, this experience refreshed. You know what I mean? I don't know. We'll see. But it's looking like Dying Light 2 a lot. It is. And maybe Dying Light 1 as well. I don't know. I'm gonna go. Goodbye. Stay tuned for the beast to unleash. Why did I say that? Oh no! Alright, hello? Hello, okay. Alright, we are back. I wanted to add a few more in. There is one here. There's a brand new enemy. Well, I mean a variant. You can see right here, there is this thing. What the freak is that, dude? Ugh. I mean, so this is defect. This thing, I mean, that thing looks crazy. Anyways, so there's that. Then there's also this one. There's this one here. Let me find it. Then we have let's see if I can find some oh, then we have this one. We have the Mist, which is like a Banshee basically. A Banshee variant, just skinless. We know this thing. Now that other creature we've never seen before. Very interesting, dude. But yeah, we've never experienced that hazmat thing. I have no idea what that could be. So there's that, and then we have let me go to this one. But there's this thing. Look at this, dude. I mean, look at the way this thing is built. I mean, you can just see. I mean, it could jump pretty high. And it's definitely, it can't be the defect thing. Because if you think about it, it's not, it can't be. Because it's not chunky. It's just, it just does some weird things. Now, I could brighten this up, but you can really tell, this might be maybe just the antagonist of the game. It could be that. Like, this thing is probably the final boss, and they're teasing it in the beginning. But then there's, wow, that is crazy. But then there's, you know, stuff like that. See, I showed you that one. That one. Is there any others we're missing? I showed you the Banshee. There's that one. There's also a concept I found, really cool. It's like a werewolf. There's a good amount. Like I'll put how many right here, like how many there were, like after we get this one, just to make sure. This is how many I think we have at the moment, or maybe they showed them all. I don't know. Let me find it. It is right here. Look at that thing, dude. Oh my god. If that is in the game, dude, if that's not AI, I mean, it's like, I mean, it's a werewolf. I mean, I found that so cool to see that. Anyways, I'm gonna go. That should be all of them. I think so. But anyways, those are all the encounters of chimeras that I've seen. It's probably almost 10. Alright, goodbye. Alright guys, so there's one more. Yeah, there's one more. I believe this is the final one that they showed. Then I'm gonna take a guess. Where is that? Let me see if I can get a... I want to try to find the, yeah. It was like, again, where is it? I'm trying to find it. It was pretty cool. Again, I gotta see where it at. Here we go. I'll use this. Where's it at? Where's it at? Damn. There we go. So there's this one that I didn't show. This is like the brand new enemy. I don't even. That's a brand new enemy. We've never seen that in the games. Again, they didn't have any monsters in Dying Light 2. It was like there was what, one Demolisher of two Demolisher variants, or maybe the same ones, but there was never zombies. There were never zombies, dude. I mean, I guess we can count Waltz, but he was still a human boss battle. Like, there was no zombie energy at all. They were all those bosses were human fights. Like, they were just human fights. So this guy, brand new enemy, he reminds me of their game Dead Island. There's this enemy. Also, no, he does give me a vibe. In Dead Island, there's a guy that we still have to play Dead Island. We do have to play Dead Island. I want to see if it's better than Dying Light, which that's a crazy statement to say. Dead Island bosses. So if we look right here on the wiki, we could probably learn about them. Oliver Deathbone. So he must be the ending fight. Meat Thrower. Harlow. Meat Thrower. So we could see some of the gallery here. Okay. Frankie the Scourge. Bro, what the hell? I'm getting distracted. Basically, I'm trying to compare. You know what? Here's what we're gonna do. I know what to do. Let's go. Oh wait. What? No. Let me just see the bosses. I don't want to like spoil much. Obviously, I just want to see where it is. Is it Ram? It could be. So there's this guy. Yeah, this guy. So this is Ram, dude, and he reminds me a lot of this guy right here. He reminds me of Ram, because you can see he's a charger. He like, maybe it's, you know, he looks like a brand new enemy. Like, again, this is the only guy that behaves differently than any enemy we know. He gets his little nail, his little stick stuck, whatever, his hand, knife. Like, look at it, gets stuck. Like, he has his own. He has his own behavior, is what I'm trying to say. So, I'm just gonna say he's a brand new enemy, the first one that wasn't a variant, because if we think about it, there was this guy, right? But then if we look back, we'll just look back here real quick. There's a lot of information, I know. There's a lot of information on this game, guys. If we look back into the Dying Light the Beast stuff, and we go and we look for the Chimera thing. Yeah, we'll do that. We scroll down here. And we look at the little, like, you know, here. So you have this one. So this would be like number 1. There's 2. I don't know if they're actually going to show the... Doesn't look like it. So we'll find the... try to find the, you know, the full... Oh, no, they did. They did. So there's this one, which could be that guy that grabbed that human. Right here. This guy right here. Now, he may be a brand new enemy. I've never seen the zombie in the game. I don't know if this is an electrician. But if you know, they're talking. Here's the reason why I'm thinking about this, because this guy is. The whole video is about what are chimeras, right? And why would they be showing this, right? Think about it, right? The video is about chimeras, the bosses in a game. So, what? I wonder if there's human bosses. I don't think so. I wouldn't think. But I hope. I hope. Yeah, I hope there are actually some human bosses and zombie bosses. But again, I'm not disappointed if it's all just zombie bosses. We're playing a zombie game after all. These are chimeras. I'm gonna assume that this guy right here is 1. Right? The Behemoth is 2. You know what I mean? Which is that thing. And then, and it seems like you can find this creature even in maybe volatile hives and mine shaft caves. You know, maybe you can find, because it seemed like over the Bieber, this guy can be the Demolisher Volatile. Behemoth could also be possibly in the caves, the cave areas of the game. So that's what it seems. But I wonder, I mean, they said that the chimeras are just gonna be, you can't fight them throughout the world, which honestly is a big disappointment. Like, you can't kill any of these other creatures throughout the game, only in the story. Which honestly, that's actually a really, now that I think about it, that actually brought all the hype down for me, I feel like. Because, think about it, that might be another one actually. Shoot. Hold up, so there are good, I'll get the amount of how many that I spotted. But there's basically, yeah, so there's 1, which is the Banshee. There's 2, the Behemoth. 3, there's that muscular guy. I'm going to count him as that one guy that we saw with muscles, because he looks similar to that one. So what, 1, 2, 3, again, we're going to have to see here. Those are all the enemies that were introduced, I believe. Yeah, there's a lot of, wow, they revealed a lot of different bosses. Now, we do know Dying Light 2 had a lot of boss battles, a lot of human bosses, but again, the reason why they probably had so many human bosses is because, again, they behaved the same. Every, human boss was very, went for a hit, blocked. It was very similar. But these ones, again, I'm going to assume that this game is focusing on having more unique boss battles, but maybe dialing down less boss fights. That's what I'm going to assume. I'm going to assume that they have, every boss fight has their own behaviors, but they're going to dial it down. Maybe it would be like an hour of bosses, or maybe 20 minutes. We don't know. But anyways, that's all the bosses and chimera things I could find through everything we saw. So yeah, maybe in August we'll get something else, because I'm going to assume that Techland will give us another gameplay review. Like, I want one more thing. I'm just praying for one more gameplay trailer. I don't care about, we've seen the chimeras, just give me one more gameplay puzzle thing. Alright? That's all I want to see. But guys, we don't want the wires. I'm not playing Poppy Playtime in a Dying Light game. It's not happening. I don't want to get my wire stuck and then have to figure out why the cable got stuck. No, we're not doing that. No. Those substations were hell. Alright? We're gonna, I'm gonna go. Wow. There's a lot of bosses. There's a lot of zombies to talk about that again, that one with the hazmat seems so... Oh, no, there's one more thing I wanted to say. I'll do this real quickly. That little thing here, this guy right here. Dang, bro. Look at this thing. This guy right here. Ram. Makes sense. Reminds me of... this guy. Let me find him. Probably where they got the inspiration. Reminds me of the Howler enemy thing. This is probably what they got their inspiration from. This thing right here. So this guy, you can obviously tell it definitely looks like, you know, the Howler. But also it looks like the Ram from Dead Island. So they probably got inspiration from that. Man, a lot of these enemies give off volatile, don't they? That look. Again, really curious if this game's gonna be, you know. Anyways, we're gonna call it that. But yeah, Ram does look like, you know, from Dead Island, does look like this thing. Damn. But now gameplay looks crazy in this game. Alright. Hope you guys enjoyed, and wow, long video, lots to talk about. Again, this is just bosses. Like, there's so many that, like, this is probably like a good hour of just finding chimeras in videos, you know, like, crazy. There's probably like almost 10 or maybe more than 10. I don't know. There's a lot, but I'm gonna assume that they're not gonna show all of them, because that wouldn't be, you know. But again, I'm gonna assume one of those missions they're gonna show. So throughout all the gameplay, there's probably one that was closer to the end of the story, but I don't know if that's true. But they did that in Dying Light 2, because the Colonel was like the last few missions of the game. I remember that mission. So they might be doing that again. Hopefully not, because the Bethamol thing, very mild gameplay there. You know, it's a cool boss battle, but you know, it's not that epic. All right, goodbye.